Hey, thanks for Slythering-in. I am Symtherin. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute, hasn't it? Well, maybe for you guys it's been 2 weeks since my last video, but since I've done a voiceover, it's been a hot minute, so please forgive me. But today we're working on another speed build here in The Sims 4. This one's actually super fun. We're here in Strangerville. This build is for a collab. It's for the Sims 4 Apocalypse collab, hosted by Symtherin over on Instagram. I was so stoked to be asked to participate because, first off, I love the theme. I love apocalypse type, stories and things. So yeah, I'll let you guys know some of my favorite apocalypse zombie type movies, TV shows, whatever, in just a little bit, but we'll save that for a bit. Yeah, here we're getting defense together. We're using a lot of debug, and I chose a lot that the library is on. So basically everyone in this collab, which you'll find all of that information down in the description below, we basically redid Strangerville. It's probably the perfect world for an apocalypse themed collab. Especially like going into live mode and seeing all the townies walking around because, they've been affected somehow, some way. But I have the library lot, so I'm keeping it a library. I just pulled out this set debug item from, I believe, Get Famous, that is literally a torn down library. So this is like half of our library, right? And here I'm trying to make it work with this wall, but I don't think I end up keeping it because I want the broken down library part to kind of be visible, if that makes sense. So, but I'm gonna figure out real soon. But one of my favorite apocalypse TV shows is, I mean, The Walking Dead. How could it not be, right? I did read some of the comics. I'm not going to say any spoilers of where I read up to, but it wasn't, I didn't read all the comics, like the whole series. I did read a good chunk of it, and I enjoyed that a lot, but I also really enjoyed the TV series, which I'm all caught up on. I think that recently just went on Netflix, and I was like, oh my god, I have to catch up because it's been a minute. But when I chose this lot for where the library is in Strangerville, I thought of the time that Rick and the gang were kind of holed out in a prison. So I thought, obviously, a library would probably be a good place for that too, right? In my opinion, it is. So it is on the gallery, I believe, set as a library, but if you want your Sims to kind of move in here and live here, if you're playing an apocalypse playthrough, then you'll probably have to change it to residential unless you want to pretend. I mean, however you guys want to do it, that's totally cool. But if you do, I'd love to see pictures and things. I've seen some sneak peeks of everyone else's builds, and oh my god, guys, this is crazy. Strangerville is going to look so good in the apocalypse. But anyway, I wanted there to be some functional spaces. It's a library, so there's no built-in kitchen already. You just kind of have to make do. So we have that little gardening area. I put that water, I think that's a water machine out there. And I thought that might be useful. Maybe the people who kind of took over this library as their own, they've figured it out, they've got a system going, then it's working for them. So yeah, it's pretty much that's it. What else, other apocalypse type stuff do you guys like to watch or read or visit? I did also see The Last of Us, so I mean, I'm a huge Pedro fan as it is. Even before The Last of Us, I loved him in Game of Thrones, but I love The Last of Us. That was such a hoot. I don't know why I'm talking like that. It's been a minute, guys. Hi, how are ya? What else have I seen? We're currently, me and my boyfriend are watching Sweet Tooth. So that's kind of like an apocalypse thing. Not necessarily zombies, but they're like hybrid mutant children. They're not evil or anything. It's more, the humans are evil. So if you're into that kind of thing, I definitely suggest that. That's over on Netflix. What else have I seen? World War Z. I think I actually posted a tweet like a while back saying that I watched that for the first time ever, and my boyfriend has been trying to get me to watch it with him because that's one of his favorites. And 2 seconds in, I was like, no. I mean, I finished watching it, but I would not survive in a World War Z apocalypse. I might be able to survive a little bit in Walking Dead apocalypse, at least early year Walking Dead apocalypse. If you've seen like the last season, maybe last 2 seasons of that, you'll probably know what I mean. But if the zombies are too fast or too smart, I am out. Probably even in The Last of Us, I would not. No, if I ran across any of those zombies, I'm done. I wouldn't even think it's worth a try. I'm done. Nope, I'm not. It's not worth it. Anyway, I am sorry that this video is a day late from my usual upload day. That's just because of the way the release date fell for this collab, and I didn't want to be like, oh my god, can I post it a day early? Like, it's not that big of a deal, at least I don't think it is. So it's a day late, but that also gave me some more time to get the editing and things done anyway, so I'm not mad at that. Speaking of my recent kind of hiatus, I went MIA from social media for at least 2 weeks. I think I just kind of just dropped off the edge of the earth. And for all those who have reached out asking if things are good and checking in, you guys are rock stars. I appreciate you guys so much. But what really happened was, I had some more traveling for work that came up, but while that, I was also kind of just busy with work in general, and also just feeling kind of not like I wanted to be on social media. Maybe some of you guys kind of understand that. Sometimes, like at least over the past 2 weeks, I would open Instagram and Twitter and even YouTube. Like there were so many comments from my last couple of videos, I think, that just kind of went unanswered for a while. I caught up now, but it took me 2 weeks to catch up because I was just not in the headspace. And I'm fine, I'm good, but I think sometimes we all need that break from social media and staring at a screen. But I think what also contributed to that too was my friend suggested that I read the Court of Thorns and Roses series. And let me tell you guys, I am obsessed. It has been such a long time, and we had this conversation, right, me and my friend, that I was like, I haven't really been reading much. It's been a really long time since I've been into something and into a book, and I miss that. A lot of it has to do with work and just being crazy busy, but sometimes you need that escape, and I missed having that escape, which then became, Sims is a big part of it, but I binge watch a lot of TV and stuff when I'm in those moods. But I was like, for work, I'm always staring at a screen. I want to do something without a screen. So she suggested this series. She knows me so well. She's also a huge Harry Potter fan, and we've geeked over Harry Potter all our lives. We're like childhood besties, right? So I read the first book. It took me a little longer to get through it because I was getting into like the habit of reading again. But then I got to the second book and I could not put it down. When I tell you, it has been, it's probably been since high school, which, is a very long time for me. I'm not going to age myself here, but it's been at least a decade minimum. But I have not been so into a book and a story where I just stayed up till like midnight, 1 a.m. and then regretted it so much the next day, guys, so much. So if you're looking for something to read, or if you've read that before or already, I mean, hey, what's up? But no spoilers, please. I just started the third book, and oh, gosh, guys, it's so good. It's my new favorite thing. Anyway, I'm going to tell you a little bit about my thought process for the interior of this library. When planning the interior here, the first thought I had was, I mean, it's such a smart idea to just use the bookshelves that are left over from the library when the world used to be normal, as like room dividers. So that's what we're doing here. And I used a lot of makeshift beds, some cots. Here we've got the bed from Werewolf, so this kind of became a werewolf's corner. I think almost all the items in here are from that pack. We also have a couple of cots, as you saw in the rundown library part, and then also the roof. We have a few tents. Those are from the Get Famous pack. Now, I don't know if those are functional as tents like the ones from Outdoor Retreat are, and I think there's another one, Snowy Escape, right? So if they're not, you can probably just, you know, yeet those and put down one of the actual functional ones and kind of call it a day there. But yeah, here's the bathroom. It's nothing exciting, just a couple of toilets. I didn't think there would be a shower built in because this was a library before this group of people took over. But I put like which one is it? There's one of the showers that looks like it's been built and it's got a hose. I can't remember what pack it's from for the life of me, but that's in the back there. If you exit out the back door, that's where that's going to be, so your Sims can still shower. I did think about putting one of those bushes around. I can't remember if I actually ended up doing it, but here, that one, I think that's from Strangerville too, so it might be. And just some more like garden pots, a well for some water, and the beehives, because just any source of food. Anyway, on this top floor here, we have more of the same, just some beds. There's a kids section, so we've got those cute little kid cots from the Little Campers kit, I believe. And in this corner, I think this is like the artsy one who is very DIY, right? So they have their knitting, their crocheting. They probably make a lot of the clothes for everybody in this little community. 'Cause I think that's important to have, you know, it's a good skill to have. I wish I had that skill. And then an easel over there just for fun. Here is just, I needed a chessboard because of the library requirements. Same with like some of the desks, and I put a computer down, but I mean, it probably doesn't work. Maybe it's for fun, but I imagined if this community has some kids around, you know, there's some toys and things that have been found or created to help keep them entertained during the apocalypse. I don't know how well that could go, but you know. But that's pretty much it. That's my repurposed library for the apocalypse. Very short, sweet, and simple. We're actually near the end of the video too, so make sure you stick around for the full cinematic video tour. Check out everyone in the description below. Go see their builds over on Instagram. There's a hashtag too. It's in the title of this video. Can't remember off the top of my head, but like, comment, subscribe, do all the things. You guys are awesome, and yeah, have a great weekend, whatever time of day it is. Bye!